In the modern day, looks are everything. For men, looks are becoming more important than ever before. It's always been that way for girls that looks was their primary source of value, but for men now, it's not just becoming valuable in being a protector and provider, but it's also about being very attractive because attractiveness is one of the key factors that's going to lead you to have success. As new age feminism comes around and girls are becoming more and more independent, they just want someone that's attractive. And I've been experiencing this more than ever before living in Scandinavia, where all the girls take on their own career paths. Even the hottest girls who I've met who are Instagram models with 30K on IG, I met one specifically, she worked at this fucking hotel. They all have jobs, they all do their own thing. The only reason a girl is going to get with you in the modern day is because you are physically attractive. And let me give you some stories to break this down even further. So when I go out, I talk to every single girl that I find attractive. I don't care if I get choosing signals or if she doesn't even know I exist. I will still go up and introduce myself to her and say hi. So for the girls who haven't noticed me, the conversation will either last 30 seconds and end there if she doesn't find me attractive, or she now notices me and she finds me attractive and the conversation carries. But the one determining factor that will be the deciding factor is my attractiveness, because personality isn't the issue. I mean, I've proven I've gotten so many different girls. I have a perfectly fine personality. A lot of people like me. I'm a very likable, nice person. But if the girl doesn't find me attractive, it never even gets to that point. So that's really the issue, is in the modern day, attractiveness is this really, really big factor that's been changing the game for men. I'm going to break down in a little bit how you can actually improve your attractiveness, but let's talk about when girls do find you attractive, because this is the fun stuff. So when girls do find you attractive, it's genuinely so easy. It's very natural. It's very organic. It's not like it's forced at all. When I go up and talk to a girl who's either giving me choosing signals or decides she likes me right off the bat, and I can see it from the look in her eyes, her smile, her receptiveness, it's very simple. It's just the conversation flows. There's no difficulty to it. Escalation points in terms of getting her info or taking her home that night is just, once again, it's very simple. It's very natural. It's not difficult at all. This is what happens when you're attractive in the modern day, because a lot of girls don't place too much value on sex, so you can get with girls very, very easily. Some do, and it might take a date or two or whatever, but a lot of girls you can just bring home extremely quickly. Some girls I've literally met on the dance floor and within 2 minutes taken them home. That was the quickest ever. A time when I met a girl not on the dance floor and took her home was like 10 minutes. That was in like the outdoor seating area of the club. So you can make things happen extremely quickly. But really the determining factor is if you're attractive or not, because it doesn't really matter what you say. It's more about the way that you look, and then there's other factors like your confidence, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself. All these little things add up, but it all starts with attractiveness. If you're not attractive, it's going to be very, very difficult. And if you want to know how I start and have the conversations that lead to that level of success as an attractive man, grab my conversation mastery guide, because I'm going to be breaking down how you can talk to girls without pedestalizing them, without, having to do too much, and just get them very quickly in a very simple way and very natural way. And this, funny enough, this is the same way that the most attractive girls who talk to me and initiate conversation with me, they say the same thing. They do the same plays that I do. It's such simple conversation, but it works so well if you're attractive. So go ahead and grab that now. It's going to really help you out in terms of starting and having great conversations with girls. So now, how do you actually improve your looks as a man? The first area is going to be your facial looks. This is the number one key area that everyone is always looking at, is your face. And it determines if you're gonna have success or not. So my boys and I always say the first thing that we look at is a girl's face, and the girls have told me the same thing for guys. So you wanna make sure your face is as attractive as possible. So you can't change like the bone structure and all that stuff, but the things you can optimize is your haircut, your beard, and your leanness, which we'll touch on in the next point. So we're gonna go back to leanness later. So let's talk about beard first. For me personally, a clean shave is where I look the best. I have a little bit of stubble right now, but if you give it a day or two more, I personally think it takes a lot away from my attractiveness. I start to look more fluffy, especially as I'm bulking right now. It doesn't help. And I just really think the stubble does not work for me. I know some guys look great with stubble. Like, for example, Mike Thurston. I think he looks amazing with stubble. there's Tate. He's got he's got a different beard recently, but he had kind of that stubble sort of beard, and I think that improved his appearance. Some guys like Dan Blazarian, he's got the massive beard, and I think that really works for him because he's got a little bit of like a weird jawline thing going on. If you see him without the without the beard, when he got the clean shave, when he was in the military, it looks completely different. I think he looks much better with that big beard. So it varies. You can experiment. For me, it's the clean shave. So if I'm going to go out on a date or go out to the club, I'm getting that clean shave. When it comes to the haircut, you always want to be experimenting, trying different things. I've recently kind of discovered and liked that cleaner look on the sides. So there's obviously some hair, but it doesn't get to the point where it's too poofy. If you saw my videos about a month ago, I didn't get my hair cut for a while, and it was getting too much. But I like it when it can kind of just go down flat and then have a little more on the top. It's not perfectly styled now. I don't always style it before the videos, but I do when I go out. And I've been experimenting. I've tried long, I've tried short, I've tried medium, I tried it all. I've tried so many different haircuts over the years. I've always been experimenting. So you just got to find what works best for you. And then going on to the second point is going to be body game. This is where leanness comes in. So you want to be in the 8 to 15% body fat range. That's where you're going to be the most attractive. It's going to clean up your jawline, your facial. It's going to have less fat in it, so you're not going to look as poofy and bloated. And of course, your body is going to be the most attractive too, which is really important. So body game is super important in terms of being more attractive in terms of the 90% of your body, which you can control, besides like the little things we talk about for your face. If you have broad shoulders, a wide back, big arms, you're going to be more attractive to girls. I don't really think I need to dive into this one too much. I've made so many videos on body game and how to achieve it and why it's important and why girls find it attractive, but body game will make you more attractive. Putting on as much natural muscle as you can hold will only help you out. And the last one's gonna be style. This is the way that you package and present yourself to the world. So the clothes that you choose, the fit of the clothing, they all speak to who you are as a person. So when I was 17, 18 years old, I was wearing neon color shorts and Hollister shirts, or I eventually ended up changing over to like Champion, Nike, Adidas, but they still had those big logos and sayings on them. And that's just very kid athletic wear clothing, and that speaks a lot about my character, or what was my character back in the day. Whereas now when I wear the timeless classics old money style, plain colored t-shirts, chino pants, jeans, leather jacket, blazer that's tailored, it speaks a lot about my character, and I look very presentable, and a lot of girls say I look very mature, and it just packages me really nice. It helps me be someone who gets taken seriously. So these are all the key things that you really want to prioritize that's going to help you get your foot in the door, because looks are so, so important. And once again, if you want to know how to start and have great conversations as an attractive man, grab my Conversation Mastery Guide. It's really going to help break this down for you. This is just the best way to talk to girls no matter what situation you're in. This is the way I would do it, whether if I was 300 pounds or 150 pounds lean. This is the way that I would recommend talking to girls. It's really going to be the most effective way. I find it to work for absolutely everybody that I talk to. So I always put guys onto this who I meet out at nightlife. I'm like, this is what I do. You should try it as well. And they try it and it works for them. So I think it will work for you as well. It's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below.